Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. If you're just joining us, Charlamagne gave donkey today to Joe Biden.
Yes, the President Joe Biden. He pardoned his son Hunter Biden. Mm-hmm. I don't care. That's what I expect, people in those positions to do. But it's the fact that why volunteer to lie? Like, why constantly say I'm not going to pardon my son, not going to pardon my son? Why act like you're above doing something like that? I hate that fake moral high ground that Democrats
Well, let me ask you a
on.
question. Do you think they did it for election time? Just like, saying, well, we got to look this way for elections, and then after elections, then we can figure it out. Same thing with Governor Hochul did with the congestion pricing in New York. I just feel like they do it until election, and then they go back to their usual self.
You know who don't care? Donald Trump.
He don't.
And that's what constantly makes him look so human. Because what makes you look more human than saying, I'm pardoning my son? Mm-hmm. I know my son is a dummy. I know he's an idiot. I know he got a drug addiction. I know he got problems.
But if he did it before the election, your son that allegedly likes coke, crack, prostitutes, guns, did deals with Ukraine.
This is America 2024. I feel like I can relate. Hunter, what's up?
Yeah,
what's happening?
All that other stuff in the beginning is like, all right.
All that though?
Yeah, crack. I mean, that's him. You know what I'm saying? You want to kill yourself, do that. You know what I mean?
It sounds like you got an album coming out to me.
Right. Prostitutes, that's cool. That's fine.
It's 2024. My point is, who cares? This is my thing. Joe Biden, you don't have to say nothing. When you're asked these questions, you'll be like, man, I'm not thinking about that right now. We got more pressing issues, right? Like, you already know you got the power in your back pocket to grant him this pardon, so why even make it an issue?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to say nothing when you're asked about this. Tell your press secretary, she don't got to say nothing. I don't have no comment about that. We got other things to deal with. Yeah. And then when the time comes, you pardon him, and you keep it moving, and you be unapologetic about it, just like Trump is.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to the phone lines. We got Tiffany on the line. Tiffany, good morning. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm not even mad at him. Like Charlamagne said, if you should have picked your better daddy, or your daddy should have made better choices. If my daddy had the power to do something far than me.
Damn. All right, thank you, Tiffany. But could you imagine that mom that your son just got locked up for a gun charge? You see this other man's son get free after having 9 more charges.
You got to stop
son?
saying that. There's context to this. That other man's son is the president of the United States of America. His daddy is the president of the United States of America. It's not the same.
He don't know he the president, though. Let's go to phone lines. We got Chris on the line. Chris, good morning. Hello? Yo, take us off Bluetooth for speaker, please.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? What's your thoughts, brother?
Hey, look, man. My thing is this, though. Joe, I'm not really into politics at all, but I feel like Joe Biden, honestly, should give power up to Kamala Harris, and I think he should go ahead and pardon everybody with a non-violent legal weed charge on them.
Pardon everybody in federal prison for a nonviolent weed offense. I agree. I think it's like 10,000 people. I saw Nina Turner post that number yesterday. I think it's like 10,000 people who are in federal prison for a nonviolent weed offense. Pardon everybody.
Let them all out. Kenny, good morning.
What up, man? How y'all doing this morning?
How you feeling, Kenny? Talk to us. What's your thoughts?
Pretty good. Okay, I got a question, man. I mean, when President Obama was running, he had this whole thing about black men need to step up and everything. And the sisters was backing them up. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with R. Kelly. And when Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King did the interview, they throwing brothers up the bus like Puffy and everybody else. But they don't come out with things like this happened with Joe Biden about our community. I think the sisters got a huge influence on our community, and they just not stepping up about things like that. They just throw the brothers under the bus.
I don't know how you found a way to blame this on black women. I don't know what that. I don't know what that. What's up, bro? Like, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. What's up, bro? How?
I'm just saying, they're quick to come to these other men's defense on everything else. But when it's the brothers like Puffy, they're throwing something to the bus every single day.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So I see what you're saying. So you're saying you want to see more sisters pressing Joe Biden about this, is what you're saying.
Exactly, man. I mean, with the election, they act like this is the best thing going since sliced bread, and now it comes down to this, they're like, oh, well, it's just another thing happening. I mean, it got to be some form of accountability somewhere.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
800-585-1051. Charlamagne gave President Joe Biden donkey the other day. We're asking, what's your thoughts? And we'll take your phone calls when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, Charlamagne gave donkey of the day to President Joe Biden.
President Joe Biden for doing what Democrats constantly do, which is volunteer lies. I don't have a problem with him pardoning his son. I understand why he's getting all the backlash, because he constantly said and had his press secretary out there constantly saying that he wouldn't pardon his son.
That's right. So we're asking, what are your thoughts? Stephen A. Smith spoke out about it, and this is what Stephen A. Smith said yesterday.
Because when you pardon your son, going back on your word, telling the American people there was no way that you were going to pardon him when everybody and their grandmama knew you were lying but didn't hold you accountable for it. And now you've confirmed what people believe, that you were probably going to be lying about that very thing that you said you wouldn't do for your son. All you had to do was say, he's my son. I can't let him go to jail. What's the matter with y'all? Now you've brought more skepticism in the direction of the Democratic Party. Why? Because you show you're no different than the other side, which you were accusing of everything.
It's that simple. If you're accusing the other side constantly, then you have to be better than the other side. But things like this show that you're not better. So why act better?
That's right.
Why do y'all constantly act like you standing on this political moral high ground? Why do y'all volunteer these lies?
Because that was
people?
part of the attack with Trump, that he's not a good person, that he only looks out for his own people. He's going to free all these people. So you can't free your son and then talk all the negative things about Trump when they're just the same.
You're human. I'm a human being. You a human being. You a human being, Jess. Are you not going to look out for your people?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello, who's this?
It's Trav from Jacksonville.
Hey, what's up, brother? What's your thoughts?
Man, I'm a father of 6, 2 boys, 4 girls. Joe Biden had 40 years in office serving all of us and doing what he had to do. It took him that long to understand that his family was most important. So that's what he had to take care of. He's 80 years old, man. He got to look out for his family, man. He ain't about to die and his son in prison. Come on, man. I'm gone.
Well, you're wrong about him being. He's been in politics for that long, but he's ruined a lot of families because of legislation like the '86 Anti-Drug Abuse Act, which introduced mandatory minimum sentences for crack cocaine, and the '94 crime bill. He's the proud author of those bills. So he ruined a lot of families with that type of legislation. So once again, how about pardoning everybody in federal prison for a nonviolent weed offense, Joe? Right. That would be something interesting to do before you walk, and it would help your legacy, which is in shambles right now.
It's in shambles. It's going to stay in shambles. Hello, who's this?
Good morning. This is Vlad. How are you guys?
Good morning, Vlad. What's your thoughts?
I think that, you guys are insane for giving him donkey of the day. You got to remember, this man's the father. This man stood next to him through all these trials. They kept throwing dirt at him. Stood next to him like a father. Tried to do the right thing. He voted people that have no scruples. So fuck it. Why not? My bad.
Can I ask you a question?
Why not? Go ahead, brother.
Why did I give him donkey of the day?
You gave him donkey of the day for not standing tall, saying, I promised that I wouldn't give him a pardon.
Yeah, that's the bit. So it's like, why say anything? You don't have to say anything. You don't have to volunteer that lie over and over and over and over and over, and then tell us you just came to the conclusion this weekend that you're going to pardon your son. Come on, bro. Come on.
But look what we did this November. We said, well, democracy is important. We decided to vote in. We said, what, the hell with democracy. My pockets are more important. We gonna vote here. Criminals.
Hey, one has nothing to do with the other. What you're talking about is a completely, totally different thing.
It is recognizing the era that we're living, that we've set up this political structure. We said, hell with all that decency. This man disqualified himself from being president. We said, hell with that. Doesn't matter. Let this man be a father first. He looked out for his son. We're supposed to be caring about people hurt. Instead of criticizing him for pardoning his son, we should say, hey, go a step further.
I'm not criticizing him for pardoning his son. I'm criticizing him for volunteering the lie and continuing to bring more scrutiny and skepticism to the Democratic Party. America already clearly doesn't trust him. That's why they're not in office right now. That's why they don't trust the Democratic Party, because Democrats are always volunteering lies.
No, it's not. Kamala didn't win. That's a lot of reasons why she didn't win. But what he's doing right now, he's living in the era that we're living in. We are in that effort. This is what we're doing. So let's do it. I'm actually happy that they found his nuts and said, you know what, we're just going to do what we do.
They found nuts. They found.
You can't keep fighting, trying to have this high tower talk and say, you know, we're going to stand up tall, we're going to live. But while these people are just ruining the foundation.
But
so,
it just shows you that it's all BS.
If we want parity, fight the fight that in the era that we're in.
But it's too little too late. They should have showed this type of political will and political courage way before the election. If they was doing things like this way before the election, then American people might have had a different perception of them.
Yeah, this is the part of the reason why people don't like politicians. This is part of the reason why people say both candidates at the time, because they don't trust and they don't believe, right? You look at somebody who said they wasn't going to pardon their son and they were going to let the law and the judge handle everything and he was going to stand by it, and he did the total opposite. And the problem with that is like you said earlier, Charlamagne, this man has signed a bill where so many people are still in jail that he can get out. He can pardon those people that have a nonviolent weed charge,
offense, federal nonviolent
and let them out,
offense.
and these people could be with their family. These people, yes, they did sell drugs. Weed is legal now. There's nothing violent about it. Your son did a lot of things. I mean, purchased a gun. I mean, the drugs, the prostitutes, allegedly did deals with Ukraine. Things
$1.4 million in taxes he didn't pay.
Right. So,
God damn.
So the fact that, we see you do that for your son, which we all understand as fathers, but it's like, don't sit here and make it seem like you guys are holier than thou when you just like the other side.
Just like the other side. Marilyn Mosby could use a pardon right now.
That's right, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Pardon Marilyn Mosby. Pardon everybody in federal prison for a nonviolent weed offense. That's what he should be doing right now, because right now his legacy is in shambles. But I've never been a fan of Joe Biden. So,
obviously.
Right. Well, we have Jess With The Mess coming up.
But it's only because of things like the 86 Anti-Drug Abuse Act and the 94 Crime Bill. Those things ruined black communities.
Yeah.
We got Jess With The Mess coming up?
Yes, I got a story about one of these dumb bitches, yo.
Damn.
Yeah. It's
All
crazy.
Right. All right. Well, we'll get to it next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.